What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling great today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions and likes and shares. Your support really just warms my heart, Cancer, all the time. You know, this channel just sidebar, Cancer. I was feeling a bit of emotional day today. Not in a negative way, but just a lot of emotions come up. So, but I'm always grateful for you, Cancer, in this channel and the support that I get from y'all. So, just a little sidebar. Just thank you so much, Cancer. But that's all I have to say to that. And for those of you who are new. Welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. You're also equally just appreciated their new cancers. Always appreciate the new support and things. So, but the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Saturn, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based upon, I haven't busted around in a while, ruler here, the good old moon. And if you don't, I gotta look into what this lagging is, Cancer. But the good old moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void of course, all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force reading on a situation, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Ow. Doing a lot. Now, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, happy Mercury Day. It's Mercury rules over Wednesdays. Hope you've been thinking a lot as far as like what you plan on intentions that you plan on setting for tomorrow's new moon that's going to be happening. Granted, we're approaching that new moon energy already, but they'll reach their exact. I need to look. I should have looked up what time it is. Can't you know what? Hold on one sec. All right, Cancer's at 6:58 a.m. and that'll be Eastern time. Yeah, it's like, how do I not know the time for that? So, but yeah, be thinking about that, Cancer. Let's talk about that because we're getting towards like that new moon in Capricorn energy there, and with the new moon that's happening in Capricorn. This is a really I like this new moon placement because this is really about Capricorn as a sign of achievements, and this is asking yourself, what do you want to accomplish? Where do you feel that you want to be more disciplined? Where do you want to embrace more responsibility? Where do you want to get into maybe more placements of leadership in a sense? What does that look like for you? And then starting to set these interesting, Cancer. I'll get to that in a moment. But what is it that you want to where do you see things going over time there? And this is one, I feel this new moon energy in Capricorn is going to be one that is a slow burn. So really think about something, be very intentional and I feel like this is a very grounded new moon as well. But there is that touch of intuitive energy that goes in with it as well, because the dispositor of this, where the moon's at, is Saturn, which is in Pisces right now. So there's this lovely kind of combination that's going on there, and the moon is forming this aspect with Uranus, and it's forming a square with the North Node as well, which is about your true north, what your soul wants to accomplish in this in this journey there. I think I had mentioned this before. My North Node is in Capricorn, in the sixth house, and the nodes happen to be, they take, I want to say it's 18 months to travel through a sign there. So a lot of it's gonna be generational aspects. To more specifically find out what that is, you'll need to know where the house placement is. So things of being of service. Maybe routines and things like that. So, but I feel like there is going to be this challenge as far as like, what do you really want there, Cancer? What do you want to bring to this table there? What do you see manifesting? Where do you want to put your energy into for the long haul there? So really be thinking about this. I feel like this is a very strong start to the new calendar year to be starting off with this energies with. So I feel this new moon is very supported too, because again, all the planets are having some sort of conversation with each other. Everyone is forming some sort of aspect. Even like Venus is forming something with the nodes. Yeah, I could get into all that. I'll get a little more in depth with that tomorrow, but yeah, a lot of big energies that are coming through there, and I feel like a lot of support that's coming through with this energy, Cancer. So I feel like write this stuff down and be very detailed and express this gratitude for these energies that for the universe divinely guiding you and supporting you through all of this stuff there too there, Cancer. I feel like, and even think too, like thinking, like writing this stuff down, and then you can check in with yourself when it gets to like our once we get to our birthday season. We can see, and we get to that full moon in Capricorn, we can see how your progress has evolved there, Cancer. You can really see the kind of more tangible results of your actions there. So really exciting energy, I feel like, that's going to be happening with this new moon. So work with that energy, Cancer. And then last few things. These readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching their Cancer, so definitely check them out. Very very powerful intuitives that they are. They feel that they bring very great insights. Also, there's a link or a couple links for some astrologers that I like watching. And there's going to be, I'm going to include I'm going to include a whole bunch of resources there, Cancer. I just haven't set aside the time. I'm still, just been kind of catching up there. But yeah, pay attention and stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming up here over the next few weeks and going on forward there. I got a lot of stuff cooking up that I'm going to be cooking up for this Capricorn new moon as well. So, but let's, speaking of cooking up stuff there, Cancer, let's talk about your general energy of the day. Because you have the Fire Magic card. And I like this, Cancer, because I feel Fire Magic... I feel fire magic and fire energy is very passionate. It can seem, how do I want to put this? I feel it's fueled by our passions there, Cancer. It's fueled by things that drive us, and I feel like it's just like what really lights a fire within you, Cancer. What really just like, I feel like just like raises, I don't know, just like gets you pumped and gets you excited. Fire energy is one that is very creative and very passionate. Great leaders as well. When I'm thinking about like Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I feel like it's like how, and even if you don't have like fire placements or anything, like planets and any placements in like fire signs, you still do have fire placements in your house. Like for example, granted, I have a lot of fire magic in my chart, but even if I didn't, I have Aries on the ninth house cusp, Leo on the first house, and then Sagittarius on the fifth house cusp. So, and it's just like, how does that fire magic kind of translate in that energy there? But I feel this is a time for you to really be intentional with this this creative source of energy. You know, what's fueling this fire? I feel like is at, you know, what this energy is kind of asking you here. How do you keep? How do you give? Look at this how this flame here is turning into this salamander. How are you giving your dreams form? How are you giving them life? Fire is something that is very, it's very mesmerizing. It's a, like, yeah, Cancer, I just feel like overall that this really does feel like a time to really find things that inspire you, find things that you really want to pursue, and then really kind of, again, setting that intention and fueling that energy there, Cancer. But let me get some tarot on this and see if I can explain this a little bit better. All right, thank you. All right, Cancer. Ooh, look at the sun. So you have the sun. You have the death card here, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Wands here, Cancer. And I feel with this energy that's coming through here, let's talk about the Ten of Wands. Because I feel this is this Ten of Wands is just like, what ways have we been restricting our fire in a sense? You know, I feel like maybe you've been trying to control that passion within, or maybe something has been preventing you from really accessing that true potential that you have there, Cancer. Maybe you even feel that maybe your fire has been put out in a sense. You know, maybe we've been in this state of rock bottom, things haven't been going our way, we've been just maybe facing challenges here, and it's been just hard to go with where the changes happened, going through here with the death card. But I feel that this is a time to allow yourself this new sense of expression, to, I feel like almost like this unadulterated, how do I want to put this? I feel like it's like how I was talking about with like the North Node being in Aries. It's like being your authentic self and really shining bright there, Cancer. Allowing yourself, and I feel like it's, as you're going through this energy, Cancer, I feel like there's a focus that's coming through here with the Knight of Swords, that's wanting you to really kind of hone this raw type of magical energy that you have within you, this fuel, that internal heat that's trying to, I don't know, that's trying to just kind of come out there, Cancer, not to, you know, suffocate that flame anymore. We're getting into, you know, we're getting ready to move into all this Aquarius energy here soon, which is an energy of individuality and all, you know, amongst some other things. But that's the big aspect. And the Knight of Swords for me is a Aquarius energy. So I feel like it's how do you keep going in the state, you know, yet all these birds here that may be kind of going against what you want to do or trying to distract you from your goal there, Cancer. But, you know, remember, feel like it's keeping this eye on the prize there, this dragon there, you know, really kind of, I don't know, coming into this, like, this stronger state of who you are. And fire magic is very powerful as well there, Cancer. So, you know, and I hope that this makes sense too, Cancer, because I I like where this energy is trying to guide you in a sense. I feel like it's, Yeah, it's just it's tapping into this raw source here, and then learning to, I feel like, to appreciate the work that you do put into this as well there with the knight of excuse me, with the nine of pentacles as well. So hmm. But yeah, Cancer, I think I'm gonna leave that there. But yeah, let's get some let me get another get a little more tarot on this. And I almost feel too with this Ten of Wands that maybe for some we might feel a little burdened with the responsibility of what that means to maybe even come into this new kind of creative power to take on more responsibility, like this Capricorn new moon is kind of asking us there. And that can be a little tough there, Cancer, but you're stronger than you know. And I feel Saturn is one of those, is that planet that, yes, he does require you to put in the work, but it's so satisfying when you can look and to see what you have created as well. And I feel that there's, because even, and that's interesting too, Cancer. I'm just feeling with this fire magic that maybe for some there's this fear of really kind of, again, kind of tapping into our gifts there. Maybe it's like, because fire is one that can be a hard one, I feel like, to maybe kind of control there, or it can seem, or maybe it's but let me see what these cards say before I get on with that, Cancer. All right, so you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords, and then the Page of Cups here, Cancer. And if you're with the Page of Cups there, Cancer, this new moon is kind of like this blank canvas there. It's just like, what do you want to manifest? How do we... And it's like the Seven of Pentacles is like taking stock of things that of where life is at right now. Are we content with where things are at? Or is there something that we feel is lacking? Is there something that we've always wanted to do, but we maybe never have enough time, or never have this, or there's always something that's getting in the way? If there's not this thing, then there's that thing, there's another thing. And it feels that there is also this anxiety, maybe even for the future there, with how these energies are maybe shifting there. What is it that we want to do? Is this the right thing that you want to do as well there, Cancer? And it's just like, I feel with the Nine of Wands, there's this tenacity, again, that's being asked of you here. We may need to have to try it a few times to kind of tweak. It's like, I feel like it's like a trial and error when we're sort of working with this fire magic here. It's but I feel it's one that we do, the more that we practice in working with this state of like working with the new moon and kind of figuring out what you want, figuring out that how you tune in with these cycles and things like that, Cancer. Really meditate, Four of Swords, on what it is that you want to achieve there. Then there's nothing that you can't accomplish there, Cancer. The only limitation is our thought process. And sure, there are certain restrictions with things and that, but ultimately, where our mind is at is going to be a very important factor. And the fact that you got these pretty heavy swords there with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords there, I feel like there's something that may be kind of weighing a lot on your head, and maybe this fire magic may be kind of manifesting in a means of frustration, in a more negative aspect, frustration and destructive and types of things along those lines. But now it's time to utilize it in a more constructive way, creating salamanders and being more intentional, creating beautiful things with this fire magic, and allowing it to be a source of healing and energy and things along those lines. Because fire provides this energy of light. It illuminates the space there. Cancer. Lightens up the dark and really helps you see things a bit more clearly there. So and this Five of Pentacles is giving me too this energy of making sure not to let anyone take away from your fire there, Cancer. If you notice someone who's maybe been kind of like just bogging you down with stuff, whether this be maybe negative energies or just a lot of or however this may kind of manifest for you there. Yeah, just be mindful of that as well. So, hmm. All right, Cancer. Let's get some advice from Saturn. Thank you. All right, Cancer. This is interesting. There's been a lot of star energy going through in all these readings over the past week there, Cancer. Which, I mean, duh, we are getting into Aquarius, but it's so interesting how it like syncs up like that. But you have the Moon card, the Star card, the Six of Cups, the Three of Cups, and then the Queen of Swords here, Cancer. And then let's switch back over. Because I feel with this, Cancer, I feel this moon is learning. It's seeing this inner fire or whatever this is as not something to be feared, but something to be embraced, something to work with, but not to control, in a sense. And that's where I feel how this rhythm kind of comes into flow there, and things start to become clear here with the Queen of Swords there. Our manifestation gets just starts to sharpen there and just becomes more intentional. We start getting into, and again, this might be something where we might be getting into, like maybe looking into certain, like maybe moon rituals in a sense. Maybe working with like new moon or full moon water, or maybe doing some like candle work or whatever that's looking like. It is not, and of course, again, Cancer, do your research, but I feel it's nothing to be feared. I was listening to something speaking about fire magic, just about, it was a podcast that was talking about just like magic in general, and how throughout the ages, how the term magic has been almost kind of weaponized in a sense, in order to keep people from harnessing that light there, when it is something that is meant to be celebrated there with the Three of Cups, something that we all have within us. But now it is, I feel like we're getting out of that sort of like past type of energy where we were fearing this energy, and where we were literally burning witches at the stake. And now we're getting to this place where we can share these things more openly and more acceptingly. And so now I feel like it is getting into that practice there, and allow this kind of like this energy to be a healing, because fire energy can be very healing too when you get into that creative, that expression, letting these passions flow, getting that energy moving in a sense. I feel it'll just make you feel so much lighter there, Cancer. But I do just feel with the Nine of Wands, just be careful about burning the wick at both ends, Cancer. I feel like it's something that can, when you start learning about your gifts and things, and, started to hone in that, it can be very exciting. We just want to do all of the things there, Cancer. Listen, I have a Gemini moon, and astrology has, it's been a very wonderful thing for me. But I mean, I'm just like, it's like one thing and that's one thing and then one thing. I have like, I'm not kidding you, Cancer. I have probably 80 tabs on my phone It's probably closer to 100 tabs. That's really aggressive now that I'm thinking about it. I should probably do something about that. But it's, and I'm not exact. I'm one, and I recognize that I can be one that's a bit hyperbolic, but I'm not even kidding, Cancer. But, that's the nature of my problem. But, yeah, just being mindful about spreading yourself too thin like this guy might be doing. But, let me practice what I preach there, Cancer. But yes, I do feel like this fire magic can be something that can be very exciting, and it can. Fire magic is, and fire energy is very inspirational as well. I feel like, others seeing you starting to get into this energy of manifesting your dreams, start coming true, things start falling into place for you, you working with the cycles, and others are going to become curious about that. Well, Cancer, what is it that you do? And then they'll see what, if that resonates with them or if it doesn't. And if it, whatever it is that you're doing, it doesn't matter. If they take what resonates with them, leave the rest, leave the rest with you. But at least now they know in case they're curious. And then if they want to come back again, the door is always open. So, all right, Cancer. And I hope that made sense. I feel like I was serving up word salad at first there. But yeah, hopefully that made sense for you. But I think I'm going to leave that there. So, if anything resonated with you, if you like that, Cancer, give it a thumbs up and share this, Cancer. If you know someone who's maybe been kind of holding back their gifts in a sense, and this gifts, I mean a number of things there, Cancer. This could be maybe you have a gift for swimming, maybe you're a gifted fencer, maybe you like to, maybe you're great with cars, maybe you're a musician, maybe you're great with animals, maybe it can be manifested in a number of ways there. So it's like, just, it may be called, we call it magic. It may seem mystical and stuff like that, but it's just like, how do we take that and ground that there, Cancer? What does that translate for you? What is that? How does that resonate for you? And how do you want to manifest that? So, yeah, just share this, Cancer. And then subscribe there, you fire magician. Hit that bell button to get notified on all these videos each day. And then last little bit, if you, or not if, check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements for your readings there, Cancer. But just check your whole chart. Maybe you got maybe you're like me and have like a whole bunch of fire in your chart. Who knows? Or maybe you got fire at least in a strong place there, Cancer. There's a reader that I like watching. She's got some fire in a couple of places like myself. But yeah, definitely check out your chart, Cancer. Then come on over to my other channel, Outcome Estate. I do weekly videos, monthly ones, yearly ones. I'm in the middle of the monthly ones right now. I just did Scorpios before yours. Theirs that was a kind of a fiery reading. With Scorpion, I just kind of went in there. We were kind of dishing for a while. Man, it's a good old time. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer. And you have the Queen of Pentacles here. And with the Queen of Pentacles, she's a very resourceful queen. She's a very grounded queen, too. I feel like I feel like, is a great example of what I was saying, where it's just like, fire is one that I feel like if you try to control it, then that's when it goes wild. But when you learn to work and really kind of feel with that, to understand its warmth, and that it's not just meant to be this destructive force. It is this sort of magical. Because you know how, Cancer, when you ever looked at a campfire and just like how your mind just sends to clear, and how you can like almost like mesmerized by the fire in a sense, and that's where I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is really starting to ground these gifts in a sense, understanding the abundance that is within you, this potential energy that you have that's wanting to be manifest, that's wanting to be expressed, but it's just understanding that level of expression. So, but let me get your oracle cards, or get your other oracle card here, so I can get you out of here, Cancer. And two, the Queen of Pentacles is one that she's she takes what she learns and she does. She passes this energy down. She wants those to be people to be able to take care of themselves just as she takes care of herself and those around her as well. You know, this is like it's like this joint type of finance, you know, this group abundance in a sense. It's a very beautiful energy that the Queen of Pentacles brings. But ooh, Cancer, I like this. So you have the dreaming card here. And this is a card of curious messages and endless possibilities. And just thinking with the star card being there, paying attention to any sort of intuitive messages that you do get there, Cancer. Any sort of like, you know, sort of like nudges, any sort of like insights. I'm just like, or like that's sort of like, I wonder if, or like, oh, like, you know, maybe someone brings up something in a conversation that you were maybe just thinking about or something along those lines. Those moments of synchronicities or coincidences, if you will. And then explore the possibilities. I feel like it's not but I do feel it's being careful though as far as like getting lost in the endless possibilities though, you know, because sometimes I feel like that can spread that fire a little too broad, and then we're done, then we have how do we pull that back? So but I do feel like that what you can do with this energy, the possibilities are limitless. You know, you set the limit. You know, like I think about that term, like that phrase, "the sky's the limit." Psh, no, you set the limit there, Cancer. So how big do you want to go? How broad do you want to go? How bright do you want that fire to be? How big is your flame burning there, Cancer? So I dig that. I think I'm gonna leave that there. So you stay safe out there, Cancer, working with this fire magic. And yeah, I feel like this is one that can, I feel like this is going to be in a very exciting new lunar cycle that's getting ready to come here, Cancer, getting ready to go forward there. So we'll see how things go. And you well, it's gonna be hard to keep eyes on the moon right now since she's basically she's not reflecting any of the sun's light right now. But sense her there, Cancer. You know what pay attention to maybe any dreams that may have been maybe coming your way there, Cancer. I will say the perks of kind of having this cold that I just had was it's kind of allowed my body just to sort of like, I've been just kind of having to hydrate a lot. It's been a lot, but I've been dreaming a lot more lately too. So, and it's just like interpreting those dreams and things. So yeah, Cancer, pay attention to those intuitive downloads there. And I will catch you on the next one tomorrow during the new lunar cycle.